What's going on, guys? David here again. Just want to sit here and kind of talk to you about my setup for mainly football, sports in general, but football too. Of course, that's my main passion. I love football, fantasy football, college football, NFL football. If it's football, you know, when the other AAFL and all that stuff came out, loved that too, watched all that too. So uh, we bought and built this house 2 years ago, almost to the dot now, and I thought big to have a bonus room above the garage. And thankfully, I won that argument. We got the bonus room up here, and I wanted it to be a man cave. I wanted to let the wife do whatever she wanted downstairs, you know, have her place, and that this was going to be my room, my say, this is what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. So I went through a couple design ideas in my head, and this room just kind of came together. Now, of course, I found a picture online of basically this almost same exact setup of the 3 TVs, and I absolutely loved it. And kind of from there, everything just built around it. So originally, of course, we didn't have these TVs when I moved in. Bought the big 75-inch TV. It's an LG. It's the 6000 series. I think it's 4K, but you know, whatever. Absolutely love the TV. Bought it first. You know, originally it just sat on this display stand down here, and you know, for this room, it looks a lot smaller than it really is. The TV's huge. But the big idea was, am I going to do a drop-down projector, maybe on this wall instead, because my wall, it runs long ways. The room runs long ways this way, and it's shorter this way. And I want to be able to use the whole room, and we would have had to put the projector and stuff on that side, and I basically would have had one TV, and that wouldn't have worked. So I went with this one. And then I bought two 42-inch LG TVs to go on each side of the 75, and they're both 6000 series. They're not crazy expensive TVs by any means, but I absolutely love this setup and watching it. Basically, of course, I'm a huge Saints fan, so the Saints go on this TV whenever they're playing, no matter what. And then I line up the other stuff. I have friends over to watch the game, watch some football with them. We put their favorite teams on the other TVs if we're playing at the same time, or if they're not, you know, we watch our fantasy football players. And that's the key with this one too. If the Saints aren't playing, like they're a primetime game or something else, then I'll have a fantasy football, my main fantasy football players on here, usually the quarterback, and then others on these TVs or just whatever. College football is awesome. I can have Alabama up here, and if my buddy's an Auburn fan, have it on a TV, and have a Pac-12 or Big Ten game on over here, is whatever the big games are. And it is so awesome to sit here and watch, you know, whatever. If one goes to commercial, I can look at the other. It's just it's an awesome setup. I absolutely love it. All the guys that come over, they want to mirror it and kind of do their own thing. The only maybe oh, look at that. Oh, and he dropped it. I forgot about this game. I just know the Saints won. But these are all, of course, YouTube games that are on right now from last year that I was kind of showing what it kind of looks like when football is on. So I constantly have these 3 games going. We usually get Sunday Ticket from DirecTV, so I can run them all. And I hate that they went to pay an extra for Red Zone and stuff, because a lot of times I'd probably just have Red Zone on one channel and then run the other 2 with games. Sometimes I do that fantasy. There's a game I really just don't care about, or it's the afternoon games, you know, when there's only, usually only 2 in the afternoon, the 3 or 4 o'clock slot. Then I put fantasy football in the other one and just have it on. Also, this has come in nice in the springtime when you have baseball going, NASCAR going, and the hockey playoffs. I can put hockey on the TVs, you know, and NASCAR on another one when they're all playing at the same time, so it works well for other sports too. Now, 75-inch TV, obviously I can watch movies on it. We've had plenty of movie times. We have Disney Plus and all that junk too. Kid can come up here and watch a movie. We've got blackout curtains in here, so we can shut everything off and just watch a movie on this TV because it's huge. Now I'm going to show you the setup from this side. This is what we got going on. See if we can. So of course over here, basically what we did, of course, is, as you can see down here, we did a riser setup. Basically theater style seating for the TV, for the sofas and stuff. Now these are the sofas actually out of our last house. Absolutely love them. They're very comfortable. Of course, they all recline and all that good stuff, so that's nice. Of course, now we can theoretically sit 6 people. You're more looking around 5 or whatever. But hey, you know, from the arcade games and all that stuff, we got bar stools and things you can sit on too, so that you can sit on it and watch football or watch sports, or, you know, EA Sports, whatever's on. I built the platform myself. Absolutely love it. Put the little lights on it. You know, you don't want to trip at night. I usually leave those on blue, whether it's a movie. We have it dark up here. Put the movie on. Have the blue lights very, like, 5% on, just so you can see where you're stepping. If you go down to get a drink or have to go to the bathroom and come back up, you don't trip or whatever. So have all that set up. Love it. Of course, daddy's seat right there in the middle, you know, so I can see everything perfectly. And that's one thing I'll add about these TVs. If I do decide to put like a bar table or a pub style table and some seats here, all the two outside TVs are on a swivel. So I can move them and position them to where somebody is sitting more over here or over here or whatever, make sure they see all the games when we get everybody in here. If we add more seating, whatever it is we do. So love that. Of course, down there we've got a mini fridge. And then of course we got some, from a man cave video, you know, I've got some arcade games or whatever to, you know, between games. It's halftime or something, and maybe there's a game you just absolutely don't care about on that. Maybe one of the other guys will watch or something, play an arcade game or something, whatever. But the only improvement I would think about making, and I don't know if I can, I'd have to get a, you know, short throw projector, and it'd have to be low enough that this fan doesn't get in the way, because the fan is kind of low for the room. But I've seen other guys do it. It looks pretty awesome, where they have their TVs kind of set up staggered, or have two big ones, and they watch them, and basically the projector just drops right down in front of them. So basically I have my 75, my 242s right now, but I could maybe put a projector right in front of the big TV that's 120 inches, have it roll down when we want to watch a movie or just one game or something, play it on that thing, and then roll it back up, and I've got my 3 TVs again, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's a really good idea. So if you have a man cave and you just have a couple TVs set up and you're kind of thinking between home theater, football, baseball, whatever you're into, that might be a way. One YouTuber did it. He's got like 260s or 255 next to each other, and and the room's pretty narrow, and then he just drops the projector right in front of it when it's movie time, or they just want to watch one game or a video game on just a big screen or whatever. Just roll it right down in front. It takes up no space. I was like, that's a brilliant idea. So if I want to spend the money on a projector, right now everything, we just did all of this past year, and I enjoyed all it last year. That's why I can tell you it's a great setup. I love having it like this for football. If you're big into football or any sports that you can watch it multiple times, fantasy football especially, you can get the best of all of it by doing this and staying in one spot. Because that's one thing I do see in a lot of bars and stuff. You have a TV here, have a TV there, have a TV over there. Can't really watch them all if you're sitting in one place. So this is definitely set up for people sitting in these chairs, watching these games, maybe a pub table in the future, who knows. But that's why I just want to kind of review my own man cave as far as setup for football. And like I said, right now I absolutely love it. I can't wait to have friends over again this year. Hopefully, with everything going on, it looks like we're going to get football and have friends over to watch it all. So I can't really wait for that. Have a few beers, maybe grill out on the Pit Boss, and hey, watch football. Fall's coming. I'm so excited for fall. I'm ready to get summer over with. It's been one hell of a summer with my business and everything. So it's like, and of course, as you know, with everything else going on in 2020, it's like, let's just go on and get this year over with. Let's try again next year. So hopefully we get a great football season, maybe fall of 2020, kind of like a mullet. Be the party in the back. Maybe we'll have a good time in fall, into winter, start fresh next year. But hey, wanted to review my own thing, and I'm going to give myself 5 stars because I think this is awesome. I love this setup. Can't wait to use it again this year, and just watching it like this gets me excited. So, and I think these are the 3 games I had on my man cave full tour. So, hey, stick around for more. Maybe I'll bring out talk some football with y'all as it gets closer. If I buy anything new for the man cave, put it up, let you know, give you some ideas. Hey, y'all like, subscribe, comment, anything you want. Don't really care. Love to hear from you though. Y'all have a good one, and roll tide.